All right, so let's talk about muddy waters a little bit in depth. I'll go through everything. So as we start out, we're squeezing our legs together. Our toes are completely pointed. We're right on top of our sits bones. You can pull that butt fat out. Nice tall spine here. Taking your time. We stretch 1 and 2 and. Take all the way to 2 and to get to your point. Don't get here in one count and then just hold. Take your time, and then we smooth and smooth. Lift up into count 3. Don't get here till count 3 and really sharp, open on count 4. Make sure those hands, those arms don't go further past than your shoulders. Directly out from your shoulders, neck looks up to the sky, and then we do it again, same thing. Down, down, taking your time to get there, smoothly coming up, sharp. And then we have our ab sequence next, which we take our weight onto our hands, and we stretch out our legs first on count 1, and then we crunch. I said the goal is to keep your legs together, but really, honestly, I think they're gonna come apart. But the goal is to keep your feet pointed the whole time, and stack, squeeze the legs together when they go out, crunch on 4, 5, crunch on 6, last one, 7, set it back out on 8, and then we repeat all that stuff again. The only difference is the last one, after the last crunch, crunch, extend, and then we go into our crisscross applesauce, and then we go reaching to the right with your left hand first, and taking your time, 1 and 2 and, before you get to that stretch. Don't get there and then just hold it. And then we have the sharp, make a fist as you pull it in. Keep that elbow into your side. I don't want to see your elbow up here. Keep it all into your side. And push yourself with that hand on the floor back up. And we do the exact same thing on the other side. 1 and 2 and taking your time to really get into the stretch here. Try your best. Don't stretch like this. You're not going to feel stretch in your side if you're lifting your hip and your butt off the floor. So keep both butt cheeks on the floor as you're stretching up and over to feel the full benefit in the stretch. And then fist, push yourself up with that hand. We do that one more time on each side. And then after that, we go into our circles all the way around. So the first time is without our hands, going to the right side, stacking the shoulders, taking the shoulders and the head. Make sure you take your head down here. Don't look straight forward here. Taking your head down, shoulders facing to the front, facing down. And as you come to the side, stack. This is so important. I'm going to emphasize this always. Stacking the shoulders back up because you get more of a stretch doing like this, and you're not getting as much of a stretch if your shoulder is hunched up and over. And then the hand, as you push yourself, the hands come up out into second position. So I want the hands coming forward into a second, like a little bit of curve in the arms, palms facing forward as we start to enclose our beach ball as we're pushing our spine back into that contraction, really rounding it out. And we flip our palms facing down, open the pinkies back up, and we do the same thing, but to the left this time. Stack the shoulders, drop the head, stack the shoulders, lifting the arms up, rounded arms, palms facing forward, contract again, contract, push into something, really round down your spine, flip the palms, pinkies lead you going back. Now we add our arms going to the right, add the arms, the shoulders are still stacked on the arms, sweep the arms across through the center, stack the shoulders one more time before we come back up, arm leads you up and over, push, finding our nice rounded arms here again, and then we stretching forward, taking your time up, really sharp here, just like we did at the beginning. Arms don't go past your shoulders, they don't go lower, they don't go higher, straight out from here. And then last time to the left, stack the shoulders, sweep across, stack the shoulders, coming back up. This one's different, reaching down, coming up and open, all on count 7. Then we go down onto 8 on our right arm. Then we have our shoulder, circle the elbow, all going to the back, and arm and sharp. Make that last position of the arm nice and sharp, hit it, and then we break at the elbow. The elbow leads us up and over to the other side, shoulder, elbow, arm, and hit. On that last one, break at the elbow, your legs come up this time, they come out. Now we're working on our feet. Right foot goes first, right foot flex, I go back, I follow my foot, where my foot's going, my body is kind of following with it. Back in, we go left foot, flex up and back, around to the side. Woo. Don't topple over. Now we have both feet flex, up and back. And then for that one, we're just kind of going forward and back. Reverse it. I like to take one last stretch and then come back up into it. And then we're reaching down, taking your time, 1 and 2 and grabbing a hold of your right foot, your right leg with your left hand, reaching up and back, nice and long back as you're doing it. Down, we got one more of those. Reach, back down, up, and hit. And then we're reaching down, grabbing the left leg this time with your right hand, and reaching really long, up and back. And we're taking that hand through each and every time, coming up. And this one's different because we break at the legs, open here, right, the legs open, because then we go to the right and stretch. We have the one arm down, one arm up and back. Really twisting, open that shoulder. Try to keep both legs on the ground as you do this. Both arms down. Then we have up and back, keeping your shoulders facing to the end zone as you're doing both. Stretch down. Stretching this back leg being on the inside of that thigh. Stretch down. Up, down to D4. Walk up. 5, 6, 7. Big transition. 8. Get those arms nice and wide, and then we do the other side. One arm down. Opening up the shoulder, reaching that arm nice and long back. Both hands down, both hands stretch. Keeping your shoulders to the end zone, add a little arch into it, and coming down, stretching out nice and long with your limbs. Inside of the back leg, straight knee pointing that foot. Coming back up, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. Transition 8, and this is where we roll to the floor. Rolling to the floor, roll. Feel each vertebrae touch the floor as you're rolling down. And then we arch the back, and then flatten it out, press the whole spine into the floor, pressing up into your hinge. Get your shoulder blades off the floor here. Don't let your shoulder blades kind of hang down there, because then we're breaking off the line. We want one line from our shoulders all the way up to our knees. So press up a little higher than you think, then we hold. We roll each vertebrae back down to the floor. We arch the back, exhale, lower it back down, pressing up, getting those shoulder blades off the floor. Last time, rolling down, we move our hands and find our back bend. So that section is really important, because this is such an important component in when you dance. I can't stress this enough, that understanding how to move and manipulate this part of your body will translate into your arms and into your hands, into your feet, into everything else. And you have to use your breath to be able to control this part of your body. So that's why I want to spend so much time focusing on it and activating the musculature in your core, your obliques, your low back, and being able to manipulate your spine to whatever you want to do. It all has to come from here, and it just radiates out through your limbs as you're dancing. So then from there, we push up into our back bend. Push up 1, 2, we hold all the way through count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming down 6, 7, and then rotate back to the front. Our position here at the very end, after we just did our back bend. We're gonna take our right leg first. Right leg goes up, 1, 2, stretch it up nice and tall. Flex it on your way down, 3, pulse it in, 4. So point the foot, pulse the leg in, 4, reverse it, 5, flex it up, 6, bend it, 7, stretch it, 8. Then we're gonna do that whole thing again on the same side. Stretch it up, 1, 2, flex it, 3, pulse in, 4, reverse, 5, flex up, 6, down, 7, 8. And then we move on to the left leg. Now you're just gonna pull this right leg back in as you start the left leg. 1, 2, flex it, 3, pulse back, 4, bend at your knee, take your knee, like reach your knee up, 4, reverse, 5, point your foot, flex as you come up on 6, flex, bend it, 7, stretch, 8, then we do it all again, up, 1, 2, flex as you come back down, 3, pulse it, 4, 5, stretch it out, 5, flex and lift up, 6, bend it, 7, 8, and then as you're coming back up, you're going to make your way to standing from there. And then that is the end of Muddy Waters.